I haven't posted a YouTube video in 7 months, and I basically just disappeared for a really good reason. And that reason is because I entered uni. So last year was my first year in university, and sure, it's a new experience and like I guess it's harder, but I think overall uni just provided so many more like opportunities and experiences that I kind of wanted to partake in, and I feel like it wouldn't really make sense to stay at home all day editing and kind of be stuck at my dorm. I don't think this comes as a big surprise, but I edit all my videos, and if you look at my past few videos, right, I don't think it's hard to see that these take a long time to edit, like a really long time to make. Actually, I think it'd be really interesting if I just showed you the timeline for the past video, right? I don't know if you're interested, but I think it's really interesting. So, okay, so this is the timeline, guys. And before I continue, yes, I'm a filthy Vegas user, okay? I know everyone uses Premiere, but I started learning Vegas, and I don't want to start learning Premiere. So Vegas on top, baby. Look at how many cuts are in a video. I don't think people really realize how much like these are edited. So this is a bunch of music files, and I put text and overlays on this. And if you go up here, this is where I do the counter. So basically, back in high school, when I still made a lot of these videos, I would come back home and just spend like 5 hours editing. Go to sleep, go to school, edit, sleep. Oh yeah, this has been my most clutch moment in this entire series. I still can't believe I survived on 1 heart like that. Anyway, so editing took a long time, and that's not really a sustainable schedule in university, especially since there's a lot more things to do there, right? I wanted to be in clubs. I like to rock climb, you know, go to the fitness gyms. Oh yeah, I joined the K-pop and hip-hop clubs. I'm a really big fanatic for K-pop, so yeah. And let's not even mention the schoolwork, right? I decided to major in math, so I had to take Lin Out and Calc 1 and Calc 2. And if anyone here took Calc 2, you know how much of a pain it is. And CS2. These courses, some of these courses are just straight up CBT, like cock ball torture. Like, and overall, I just wanted to spend time with friends and socialize and, you know, get the typical uni experience. I'm actually really glad that I did it because I could put all my energy into actually having a life. And I think honestly, I felt a big demotivation spike. Like, I didn't really want to make videos at that time. But with that all said and done, after 2 terms of not making videos, I kind of really miss it. And I'm really glad to be back. So, woohoo! Can we get a woohoo? Sure, that works too. So in university, we live in student residence, which I think we have like around 6. But the quality of the different housing is massively different. Some people have to live with a roommate in the same room in like this apartment complex, and some people get townhouses. And I was part of the lucky people that got a townhouse, which was 30 minutes away from campus. But that's okay because we can bus, is what a loser would say. I would always try to run there and walk there and force my roommate to also walk there because exercise is good for you. And like come on, like we're in uni, we should be active. Why are we taking the bus, right? I'm getting on a side tangent. Basically, in that dorm, there's a lot of funny stories that happened between me and my roommate, and the one that stood out the most was definitely, yeah, it was the hot sauce incident. So the summer before university, we went to this pepper store, right? Pepper Palace, I think. And they sold the end hot sauce, right? Which was like 6 million Scovilles or whatever. It was like really, really hot. Like we had to sign a contract before we could taste test it, right? And you're supposed to dip a toothpick into the hot sauce and just lightly touch your tongue because it's really bad and it really stings, right? So we did that, and surprise, surprise, it was really bad. Like really, really bad. Like I almost vomited bad. And I remember Josh like absolutely died laughing at me. Oh, Josh is my roommate, by the way. We fast forward to the day where we were cooking chicken in the oven, right? It was like a weekend at our dorm. And I had this great idea to grab a chopstick, dip it into the entire bottle of hot sauce, and draw a line of hot sauce onto our chicken, right? But that's not enough. I drew 2 lines per chicken, like per chicken thighs, right? And there was like 12 chicken thighs, so we put a ton of hot sauce on that. Anyways, knowing that it's a bad idea, my roommate said, you really should not do this. But I said, I really should. So we did it, and then we took a bite, and I don't know what I was expecting, but we ended up dying, like, bad. You know in cartoons when, like, people run around frantically and, like, they start panicking and there's, like, rage arrows coming out of them? We were basically running out of our house, like, uncontrollably, unwillingly walking, like, running around the living room and kitchen, just, like, screaming and, like, panting because of how hot it was. It was so bad. So my roommate took the chicken first, so I was, like, laughing at him, calling him a pussy, and stuff, but then the time came where I took it, and, yep, I also died equally hard, if not harder. And there came a time where we just started coughing, and like by the end of that turmoil, right, I'm pretty sure we all were just like incredibly lightheaded, and I remember having a headache too. So that was definitely one of the things we've done. And I remember there was another incident. This wasn't really a thing, but Josh was sitting on the couch, right? I think we were like playing Mario or something, but we were like, you know those moments where you like absolutely die like of laughter and you can't control it, and like when your friend says something, you just die even harder. Yeah, it was one of these moments, right? So Josh tried drinking water while laughing, and he choked like pretty bad, right? So he didn't want to vomit it out, because when you choke on water, right? Because I don't know, the eagle, right? You want to take the eagle. So when you choke on water, you kind of just want to, you know, swallow it and not really spit it out, right? So Josh was trying to swallow the water, but at the same time, he was like in full choke mode, and the water was coming out while he was trying to swallow in. So some weird stuff happened, and he just froze for like 5 seconds. At that point, right, I froze up too. I genuinely, for like 4 seconds, thought this man just died. Like, I was like, ain't no shot, right? Do I do CPR? Do I like punch his chest or something right now? And geez, that was scary. But you know, he just spat the water out and life was all good again. I don't know what that had to do with anything. Anyways, last story. So every morning, me and Josh in the dorm, right, we eat the exact same thing for breakfast. Eggs. We eat a lot of eggs. Like, I'm pretty sure we've consistently only ate eggs for breakfast for 5 months in a row, until I got so like food sick of eggs. I remember after a while, we had this inside joke where I would be like, Josh, so what did you eat for breakfast on November the 12th? Yo, Josh, what did you eat for breakfast on February the 4th? Because guess what? It was the exact same thing. And also, me and Josh are kind of big boys, so I feel like we eat like twice the amount of like the average human. So every morning we would cook like 10 eggs, 5 for each, right, for breakfast, and then maybe eat cereal on top of that. I remember one particular morning Josh was making eggs, and he was trying to season it with salt, right? But we had those funky salt shakers where it was kind of a cardboard box and just like a slit opening from that, and he was trying to dump a little bit of salt into the eggs, right? But the bottom of the cardboard box just fully broke, and the entire salt shaker box just fell out. Like, the entire like salt content inside the box just fell out into our eggs. So our eggs turned into sand real fast. Like, it was a desert in there. I could see camels walking in our eggs. I could see cactuses growing in our eggs. And so it was breakfast time. We could easily just throw out the eggs and, you know, make a new batch. But that's 10 eggs right there, and we don't waste food. So we took a bite. I don't remember if Josh took a bite, but I took a bite. And I died. Like, yeah, I think I ended up drinking more water than the amount of eggs that would have been wasted if we threw it out. So yeah, that was the story. I don't really know what this has much to do with my YouTube departure, but I guess you could say I was busy dying in my dorm, you know, doing really dumb things instead of editing YouTube videos. But hey, at least I have a cool story to tell now. If you want to hear more stories, I talked about being in air cadets before, so there's that. Also, I'm editing episode 2 of Collecting All Blocks, so watch out for that. Okay, get out of here now.